Changing the colors and the font within the template is easy, surprise, as everything else, but it has to be done with some intention and thoughts behind it to make it as smooth as possible, because everything is connected with how it built and how the design settings are made. So on the left side menu, we have design settings. Clicking there, a new window is appearing. And here we have all the colors within the website and also the fonts. And when changing those colors that is visible here, one thing I want you to pay attention to is that you are starting with the darker colors and finish with the lighter ones, because the template is built in a certain way with designs, and if you are changing a dark color to a light color, the balance of the design and how it appears will be destroyed. So once you are changing your colors, please keep the darker to lighter version. So each color has a number, and if we close this one, we can go to this section and see that this canvas background has number 7 as its colors. If we are looking at this button, we can see it has number 3. So if we now go back to the design settings and we are changing those numbers, those colors, we can do that a little darker, and we can change this one. We can make it a little bit, still keep the lightness, so we can make it a little bit pink. I'm not sure it's gonna look good, but it's just to show you. Ta-da! All the colors has been changing. So what's happened now is that all colors within the whole template on all pages, wherever it appears, as with number 3, does now have this new darker color. Same thing with number 7. Everywhere this number 7 color appears is now with this new color. So with just one click you can change the you see. Okay, maybe not the best color I picked, but you can see it has been updated all over the website. So that's easy, and that's also why it's important to keep lighter and darker colors. It works kind of the same thing with fonts as it does with colors, that once you update the fonts, all places that font or that kind of font has been used will be updated all over the website or the template. So if we have a look at this, you can see there is a title. The reason why it's a plus behind is because some changes has been done to this font from what's set in the design settings. It could be that the size has been decreased or increased or anything. That's the reason why it's a plus. But still, this text is marked as a title. So if we go in under the design settings and we change the font of the title, we can go for that one. I think it will be a big change, and we can also, for making it a little bit fun, we can change the color. Then you see where the font and the color has been updated, and this has happened within the whole site. Again, just as with the colors, has been changed and updated with this new version of font. Please note that this change was only visible for the desktop. For the mobile version, it's still the old one. That means that you also have to update the type styles also for mobile to make the change happen. If you want to upload a certain font, if you have bought a purchased font, you can do that via this tab under font. Google Fonts, you have the whole list here. You can pick and choose which font you would like and then add it. If you have a custom font, you need to first upload, I can close here, first upload it to the media library. You need to have the web version of the file, and then you can add it from the list appearing there and add the custom font to this list. Something that you can keep in mind doing that all font, especially if you are purchasing a font, a custom font, that the font size can differ. So for this one, we have the size of 43 from this font, and other font that you purchased can differ a lot, which means, like when we saw here, when we were updating for this font, it still kept kind of the same size, it still looks good, but it could also be, if you're using another font, that when you update it, it can look like this, or it can look like this. The only reason to deal with that is to try to, first you can work a little bit with the size fonts here, increase and decrease, because then it will happen all over the site. But I suggest that you go through page and just correct the font sizes.